We love beer, and in our previous videos we showed you guys some of our favorite bars here in Budapest. And we also did some beer tasting reviews. And in one of those videos, Marci, you said the following.
Please sponsor us.
Well, my dear friend, your wish became true because the lovely people at Fehér Nyúl invited us to get a behind-the-scenes look at how beer is made and to taste some of their products. So come with us on this tasty journey down the rabbit hole, because Fehér Nyúl means white rabbit. Cheers! Cheers! Curiosity and the joy of discovery on the path of home beer brewing brought the group behind Fehér Nyúl together, who established their small-scale brewery in South Budapest in 2017. Today they make several kinds of beer, among which you'll find usual suspects like Pils, IPA, Stout, and even some unique experimental seasonal types as well. Their taproom is easily accessible from Boráros tér by bus, or with tram 2B from the downtown. And besides tasting their beer, you can also attend a regularly scheduled brewery tour. So Marci, do you know how beer is made?
Not really, but I guess we'll find out.
Oh yeah, we will!
Cheers.
Besides attending the tour, we managed to chat with the employees and ask a few questions. Hello, can you introduce yourself to us?
My name is Máté Farkas. I have been working with the company for 5 years-ish. I am basically the jolly joker of the brewery. I work sales, I work marketing, I do tours, also take part in product development.
How old were you when you had your first beer, and did you like it?
Well, I was 3 and I was kind of tricked. I was told it was non-alcoholic. I spat it out.
Wow, it was kind of the same for me too. Let's jump into how beer is made. It all starts with cereals like barley, wheat, rye, or others. Once these are harvested, they need to go through a malting process, where the grain sprouts in a controlled environment, then gets stabilized by heat treatment. During the tour we could even try them, and Marci said that they taste kinda like bread. Very, very sad bread. What made you fall in love with beer?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I guess the flavor. When I got old enough, the whole concept of going down to a pub and the meeting with friends became very interesting and important for me. When you go to pubs, it's either wine, either beer. Beer was my favorite, so that's how.
The malting process is followed by a swim in hot water called mashing. And during this stage, through the magic of biochemistry, starches are converted to fermentable and non-fermentable sugars by naturally occurring enzymes originating from the malt. Later on, that's what the yeast will feed on. But first, the solids have to be separated from the liquid that's called wort, which is further enriched by soaking the remaining sugars out from the semi-used up grain through a process called sparging. It sounds to me that wort is a sweet liquid. What does it taste like? Or is it not recommended to try?
Well, a good question. Actually, there is such a product as a so-called vitamin beer, kind of a dietetic thing for pregnant women, because wort is actually really rich in vitamins such as vitamin B and lots of minerals, so it's actually really healthy for you. Non-alcoholic, obviously. It is very good for body development and hydration. It is kind of a tradition in some circles, like in Czech breweries, to try the wort with some rum added to it, so.
Cheerio.
It's actually not bad.
Wow. It's like a tea.
It's
like
like
a really,
tea.
really,
It is
really good tea.
Wow.
And it's sweet.
The next step is where brewers spice things up by literally adding spices to the boiling wort. The most important of which are hops, which are responsible for the bitter taste and characteristic aromas of beer, and which also have some preservative qualities. By the way, my favorite kind of craft beer is IPA, which has its signature bitter taste because of the more hops that are being added during the brewing process. And apparently, it may be true or not, but the name India Pale Ale may came from the reason that the more hops, acted as a preservative to survive that long distance from England all the way to India. Again, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just a beer enthusiast. What is your favorite craft beer? Leave a comment below and let us know. How do you come up with your new recipes?
It really depends. As you know, we make kind of textbook beers where we really want to complete a historical recipe with a little bit of a twist from Fehér Nyúl. But also in some cases we just want to go crazy. Then it depends on what type of beer you are making. For example, with the New England IPA, where the hops take the stand, it's really easy to go with a base beer in mind and then just switch up the hops in question. But sometimes, for example, when we make a chili infused beer or some crazy thing like that, we really have to go down to the drawing board and basically develop the recipe from scratch, making home iterations, experimental brews, but it really depends on the beer in question.
What was your craziest brew so far?
Not sure if it counts as the craziest, but I loved it very much. It was mulled wine inspired sour ale, which was controversial. For me, at least, it hit the spot perfectly.
Did you happen to create something tasty by accident?
Not necessarily by accident. We always aim for something tasty. There have been times where it was even surprising to us how successful the recipe came out. The biggest surprise to me, at least, was when we barrel-aged a spruce-infused IPA, which normally you wouldn't do because IPAs are not really suited for barrel aging, but it actually turned out amazingly.
After the hop boil is over and the wort is chilled to the right temperatures, yeast is added to do its wizardry known as fermentation, and as it feeds on the before-mentioned sugars, alcohol and carbon dioxide is created, along with a strain-distinct array of aroma and flavor molecules. Do you have a lab where you're training an army of different yeast?
Kind of and no. We work with lots of different industry standard yeasts, ones that are traded all over the globe. But we also work with lots of artisanal yeast strains from a local liquid yeast manufacturer. We employ, I think, at least 20 different yeast strains, but we don't have an in-house lab to propagate them yet. We are working on it though.
Wow! Do they get universal healthcare and salary?
No. But we kind of think that they are happy in here.
My lovely producer doesn't enjoy beer, but I think she just didn't try the right one yet. Is there anything I can do to get her to like beer?
Craft beer really opened up this whole beer idea for people. I personally believe that, before craft beer, beer was simple in the sense that it was usually a blonde beer, highly carbonated, low in alcohol, not too tasty.
Oh boy.
But now with craft beer, there is so many different beverages that fit the definition of beer that you can't really say you don't like beer anymore, you just have to find the right type. Ones that are very popular with non-regular beer drinkers are the New England IPAs, the sour beers, obviously everything that has fruit in it has an appeal. The options are kind of unlimited.
Once the brewmaster determines that the yeast has done its job, the beer gets kegged or canned as the final step before landing on the store shelf or your table at a bar. Ó, nem tudom megmondani mi, de értem, hogy a karácsony, de nem tudom. És tényleg. How do you come up with these cool names and designs?
We usually tend to try to have a little fun with the naming, but also we aim to represent something, some aspect of the beer. Not only in the title of the beer, but also the can art, the label art. But sometimes we get a little cryptic, try to steer towards the artisan side when it comes to our labels and our design.
The brewing process is so much deeper, and you can learn more about it by attending one of the brewery tours Fehér Nyúl organizes, along with some tasting of their products. But if you would rather jump straight into trying out their many unique creations, you can visit their taproom on Fridays and Saturdays, enjoy the many different flavors with friends, or chit-chat with the staff about the one thing that glues us all together: good beer. What's the story behind the name of Fehér Nyúl?
Well, originally the concept for Fehér Nyúl was to let you down the rabbit hole like Alice in Wonderland into this new and different and exciting world that you have to explore for yourself, truly.
If Fehér Nyúl would be a music genre, what would it be?
Psychedelic rock with a little bit of reggae.
I can definitely see why you would say that. After spending some time with the staff in the taproom, one thing became clear. It's not just the attention to detail and quality that makes this small-scale brewery unique. It's the fun and smiley people that passionately spend their days brewing their favorite beverage and who find happiness in sharing these tasty flavors with you to enjoy. Which is your favorite Fehér Nyúl beer?
I really enjoy our newest double IPA, the Cool UL. It's a good benchmark for the style, but I always say that you can't go wrong with the pills. It's simple but effective.
Mindig változó. Néha white passion, néha rafa.
Hát a régi klasszik az a Pils, az a mindig. Legutolsó az a Drink the Christmas Tree lesz, és az már készen van tartályban, az az aktuális kedvenc.
Jelenleg a kedvenc söröm az a kísérleti nyúlból, a koktélebb.
Hello. Neked mi a kedvenc fehér nyúlas söröd? A Calmstorm.
Hát a Dagaz. Nekem a Rebellion a kedvenc fehér nyúlsöröm.
Cold Punk.
Melyik az a Cold?
Ami már elfogyott.
Az volt a Cool Duo?
Igen.
So that tour was really interesting, and I mean, we learned so much more than you can, learn from Wikipedia. What was, the most interesting thing you learned today?
For me, apart from the nitty-gritty details of the technicalities, the geographical reasons why we use barley instead of anything else, how it relates to certain regions who are more famous for, brewing beer instead of wine, for example, that was eye-opening for me. So.
For me, the intricacy of all the different kinds of stuff you can basically put into beer to modify the taste, like, putting yogurt into beer. But anyways, it was super fun, and all the beers that we have tasted, which one was your favorite?
The IPA. I have to say the IPA. It's always been my favorite.
To me personally, the Rafa is the most unique one that they make. Apparently it's one of their flagship beers, and if you do try one of the Fehér Nyúl beers, I would highly recommend giving that a taste because it's very unique. By the way, if you also want to try some of the beers, you can come to this tap room, even attend this tour. But if you don't want to come down here, you can find their beers in many different locations here in Budapest. You can drink them and have a nice bar experience. Or we have also found some of their cans in like Lidl and other places in convenience stores. So it's super convenient that you can get them basically anywhere. Anyways, this concludes our video for today. Thank you very much, Fehér Nyúl, for inviting us to your tour, to your tap room, and being so helpful with us. We really enjoy your beer, and we were super grateful that you guys reached out to us. And you guys out there should not only continue watching us, but also try one of the Fehér Nyúl beers if you are here in Budapest. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys in our future videos. Bye!